Protesters clash with police in Ferguson after hearing news many had expected but feared. That a white police officer who shot and killed a black teenager in the town 3 months ago will not face criminal charges.
These thousands of people, tomorrow you might have to pull one of them over. They don't like you, they don't trust you, they don't believe in you.
There have been shots fired, ringing out. I've witnessed someone badly injured be lifted into an ambulance. So there's a real sense of danger and conflict in Ferguson at the moment. It doesn't feel safe.
Tensions had been rising ever since Officer Darren Wilson shot Michael Brown on August 9 after responding to reports the 18-year-old had stolen cigarettes from a convenience store. Officer Wilson claimed Brown had lunged for his gun, but some witnesses said the teen was shot while his hands were raised above his head, a gesture protesters have adopted. With emotions running high ahead of the announcement, many were anticipating trouble. Some shops closed and schools broke up a day early for the Thanksgiving holiday. Missouri's governor called for calm.
Regardless of the decision, people on all sides show tolerance, mutual respect, and restraint.
Thousands gathered outside the St. Louis County Court to hear the officers' version of events were the most plausible to the grand jury.
They are the only people who have heard and examined every witness and every piece of evidence. They determined that no probable cause exists to file any charge against Officer Wilson.
There was an altercation between the men, Brown standing at the window as the officer sat in his car. He fired 2 shots before chasing the teen down the street.
Mr. Brown stopped and turned back towards Officer Wilson. Officer Wilson also stopped. As Michael Brown moved toward Officer Wilson, several more shots were fired by the officer, and Michael Brown was fatally wounded.
Many witnesses gave contradictory statements, but the physical evidence was key.
Mr. Brown's blood or DNA was found on the inside of the driver's door, the upper left thigh of Officer Wilson's pant leg, the front collar of Officer Wilson's shirt, and on Officer Wilson's weapon.
Crowds across the country turned out in protest. The US president urged Americans to respond to the decision peacefully.
To those in Ferguson, there are ways of channeling your concerns constructively, and there are ways of channeling your concerns destructively.
Some in Ferguson blamed the media for fueling the violence.
The media got what they wanted. They run away with ratings. We gotta deal with this shit.
Others called for change to the way police deal with African American youth.
They think they can't even walk the street. They walk the streets, they get a felony. They get a felony, can't get a job.
A call for change, sadly too late for Michael Brown.